gratitude, I thought today that it would be fun to start off the year doing something a little different, and this was a suggestion that a subscriber and also fellow YouTuber had suggested to me as far as a new video for the new year, and it was, what do I eat in a day? And that is Therese. Thank you, Therese, for suggesting that. And I will also link her YouTube station. She makes videos very, very educational about the Catholic faith and informative, so check out her channel. So this is a put together of not only what do I eat in a day, because I'm not going to eat all of this, but what do I eat on a daily basis. So it started out as something that I thought would be fun to share with you, but it also is an eye-opener for me, because when I see all of the choices that I make in a day or in a week, I really think that I'm really doing what's good for my body, and I have always been health conscious. I came from a family who was very, very organic and natural with eating, and exercise was so important. I'm a fitness instructor as well, and so health and wellness has really been a part of my life. And once you make the incorporation of adding these different elements to your diet, and maybe you start small if you have no eating of any sort of nutritional value, or you're just trying to eat better in the new year, I've got some great ideas here and brands that I wanted to share with you that I have found and used and really love the taste and have success with. So let me show you what I have on my island. Okay, so basically I laid out, it started out as far as breakfast for myself. I have been loving this brand of cereal, and this variety is called Nature's Path. It's an organic, in the organic aisle of your supermarket, and I love this variety. I have also tried the maple, which is very good too, but this is the crunchy vanilla, and it's really low in sugar, and it has a good mixture of quinoa, flax, buckwheat, and it's really tasty. Also oatmeal. I do buy the Quaker oatmeal, and this just happens to be the quick oats when I'm in a hurry and I don't have a lot of time to cook the long cooking oatmeal. This is fine. And as far as just, this is a personal thing. I cannot tolerate dairy. I have a very severe allergic reaction to dairy, so I do not have dairy of any kind. And so I have found that the Blue Diamond, I do drink a cup of the chocolate every day. It's a nice creamy consistency, and it really gives me that feeling that I'm having a little a dessert of some sort. And then I buy the vanilla, the reduced sugar vanilla almond breeze, and I will put that on my cereal. So that's generally what I have for breakfast, is the cereal and the milk. And I also will have a banana on it, and this is kind of, generally I always have at least bananas and apples, and when the pink grapefruit is within season, I will have the grapefruit. I really, really love the grapefruit. So always adding fresh fruits is very important. Then for my snack, I will have Kind bars, and I love Kind bars. I feel that I'm getting a nice amount of whole grains and not very sweet. One bar, and this particular one, which I like, is the cinnamon oat, and it only has 5 grams of sugar, and there is no gluten in here. I as well do not have gluten. I've been gluten-free for about 6 years, and I do feel better. This is just as a note that I am telling you this is my personal diet plan, so I'm not suggesting it for you. Always check with your physician, and you might have health concerns and other issues, so I'm just letting you know what I have in my diet. So this is the cinnamon oat, which I really like. I also like these, which is the Simple Crunch oats and honey. That's very good. And then I do buy the breakfast bars, and if there's ever a time that I need to just have a quick snack, that has to be almond butter, and this one is the honey oat. So those are my go-tos. As far as snacking too, I love nuts, and the Emerald, these happen to be individual packs of the natural almonds. So it has 1 serving per pack, so that's nice to always keep in your purse or in your car, in your glove compartment. If you ever just are out and about and get hungry, you can always have that. It's a nice source of protein. And also raisins. Raisins, these little boxes of Sun-Maid raisins are always nice to have. And I also do add them to my oatmeal as well. And then I do eat a lot of salad. As a matter of fact, I have one already ready to go after I finish this video. So the salad that I get is generally the pre-washed salad, and I really love the butter lettuce. And this happens to be the Fresh Express Sweet Butter Lettuce. And I buy this brand and this variety, but I also like to add for more greens, and I've really been loving the taste of this. This is the Organic Girl Super Greens. And it's a great mixture because it has the chard, it has the arugula and spinach as well. So that's really a nice combination. And as far as the dressing, I really like the Paul Newman's. This is the light balsamic. I really like that. Less fat, and it's a healthier, and not drowning it. I don't do that. I just sprinkle a little bit on the top, and that certainly gives me the flavor, adding, of course, my own onion powder and pepper. And I always have ready to go, and I love the cherry tomatoes and carrots. So I love that as far as a go-to. If you have it washed and in a container where you could just grab and go, that's the way to do it. As far as a snack type food, I love popcorn, and I usually always have the Skinny Pop popcorn, which is low in fat. It has just minimal ingredients, not a lot of sodium. But I also do buy their puffs, and this is what this is. This is the cinnamon and sugar, and I really like it. I don't have it a lot, maybe 2 times a week I have a little bit, and it's just a nice treat, a variation. And I love chips and salsa. So I have found this wonderful brand. This is an organic que pasa tortilla chips. I don't know if they have it in your supermarket, but I love this. I love to go to On the Border, and I love their chips there. And this brand was the closest I found to the On the Border chips. And as far as salsa, I usually get the Pace, and I buy the Picante, and it's the medium as far as the hotness of it. As far as my main meal, and I don't have a package here, but I will link below the organic chicken that I buy, and so that you have that. I didn't realize that I didn't have. I usually buy it in a big pack, and then I put it into individual freezer bags. So it's a wonderful, wonderful brand. So look for Just Bare Organic Chicken. It's the only chicken that I buy, and it is a very humane certified source, and it's delicious, very tender. I usually buy the chicken breast and the chicken tenders, and also their whole chickens. And I usually buy the whole chicken and roast it maybe every 3 weeks, and then I take the carcass and I turn it into a soup. And for that, I will buy these wonderful noodles. Now you can also use this with your marinara sauce, But this is a fantastic brand. This Jovial, inherently good. It's 100% organic brown rice. And it's a gluten-free pasta, but it is delicious. The consistency is very, very good. You see, it's almost like little nests, little round circular sections of pasta, so you can take out as much as you need, and it really cooks up nice. It doesn't get mushy. It stays very, very nice. So I really like that brand, and I recommend it. I also always buy the Barilla tomato and basil pasta sauce, so I'll have that with the noodles. Also, I always have on hand the Star Kiss. This happens to be the solid white albacore in water tuna, and I'll have a little bit of that as a lunch for my protein. Vegetable-wise, I will steam carrots as well as broccoli and sweet potatoes. Wonderful, wonderful. Great sources of high vitamin and very healthy content. So I include that. As far as the oils I cook with, I have the extra virgin olive oil that I always keep on hand. When I'm doing any sort of higher heat cooking, that's when I'll turn to the vegetable oil. I used to use a lot of avocado oil until I thought about it and really researched, and because it has such a high fat content, I switched to the vegetable oil for any sort of higher heat browning. When you're doing some browning of your chicken, maybe breast, after you've breaded it, this is where I will use the vegetable oil. And as far as bread, if you're gluten-free out there, I do suggest this bread. I hadn't had bread in many, many years after I had gone gluten-free. And this is a wonderful brand, Canyon Bakehouse. And usually find this in the freezer section. This is the 7-grain bread. It's so good. Toasted and put a little bit of margarine. I use the Promise margarine, the light, and then maybe even a little strawberry jam, and it's delicious. Also, because I have to be dairy-free, I buy the big tubs of the the soy silk yogurt, and I'll have that as a snack. I usually like the vanilla. And for water, I just always buy bottled water. I never drink it out of the tap. And I also use it for when I'm making coffee or tea, bottled water. But this is what I add to my bottles of water. And it really flavors it. I don't like the taste of just plain water. So I'll buy the True Lemon. And I like the iced tea peach. And I will buy the strawberry lemonade. A lot of people that know me real well, they say, oh, you never splurge. Well, this is my splurge. My splurge is I found this soy by So Delicious. It's a mousse, and I like the strawberry mousse, and it's really, really good. I have a scoopful of this, and I usually have that once a week. So that's kind of my decadent dessert. I also wanted to, it's hiding here, and I almost forgot to show you. This is a wonderful brand of non-dairy cheese. It's called Go Veggie, and this happens to be the mozzarella slices. It melts so good. I can take my gluten-free bread and throw a slice, and they have different varieties, but this just happens to be the mozzarella. So I'll use this on my pizza, and it melts really good and has a real creamy taste. And also I buy the mix, which is pre-sliced, and this just happens to be the cheddar variety, and it's really, really good. So look for that in your supermarket. So there you go, friends, just a little sample of what I eat in a day/week. And I hope this inspires you to go ahead in this new year and really be more conscious of what you're putting in your body, because really it does have such an effect on the way you feel, the way that you perform, the energy that you'll have, and it's really important. And you don't have to do it all at once, but I think it's just a mindset of making healthier choices and still have a week, a day a week that you will maybe indulge like I do with my little soy ice cream. But for the main part of your life, try to focus on healthy things and you'll love it. It's delicious. When it's fresh and good, you will really enjoy it. And when you go and maybe have those things that you used to think were so delicious, you'll realize, oh, it has so much salt in it, and that's all you taste, or it's too sweet. So try to make that little bit of change, and you'll see it really does make a difference on your health and wellness. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button, and I will be making more healthy and wellness conscious videos in this upcoming year. So stay tuned for that. So until next time, friends, peace and love.